Hi there, Kira here, and we're doing another Scraplift Saturday, and today we are lifting Lorelei Murphy. So there's a look at the original layout. If you guys aren't following Lorelei on Instagram, you need to be, because she's amazing. So she is Rosy Posy Studio on Instagram. I will link her Instagram down below and also her blog, because she does have a blog as well. And she does amazing work. She uses a lot of Paige Evans and just makes it look stunning. I mean, it's not hard to make Paige Evans collections look stunning, but she does an amazing job. So this layout, it's really kind of simple. It's just like little banners kind of lined up, just like I'm doing there, and then stitched, and then there's a picture and some little embellishments kind of around the picture. I had thought about doing like modifying this a lot, and I had all these ideas on how I was going to modify it and make it different, and then when I came down to it, I was like, you know what, no. Let's just scrap lift it the way that it's meant to be. Those other ideas I have, they can be used at a later date for another layout. If we're doing a scrap lift, the whole point of the scrap lift is to just basically create an easy layout for yourself. You can just look at a picture that somebody else has done and create a layout really quick. And this layout took me less than an hour, and most of it was adjusting the little banners to make them straight, and stitching. So I decided that I did not like them lined up when I did them. I love how Lorelei has hers, but I didn't like how they were lined up perfectly centered. So I kind of off-centered them a little bit. And I really liked the pattern it created on the background, because I used a wood grain paper and Lorelei has a white paper, but I really liked how the wood grain has the triangles and stuff. I might do this again on another layout because I really liked the look of the triangles. And the reason I didn't go for a white background paper like Lorelei did was because I just thought it was too much white, and I tend to use pattern paper backgrounds more than anything. So I just didn't think it would be really me or my style if I went with a white background. I used the Crate Paper Little U collection, just because I have this 6x6 paper pad. I haven't really used it too much. And then I have all of the embellishments that go with this collection. So I thought, you know what, let's make this really easy on yourself and not have to think about it too much and just use these embellishments. Because my original thought was that I would use my scraps, because this is a great way to use up your scraps. And so I was like, oh, I could just use up my scraps and then it would look great. But the problem with that is that I would think too much about it. So yes, I could use my scraps, but then there would be trying to find papers that went together and the colors that looked good together. And then I would have to find embellishments that matched with those colors. And the whole thing just seemed like too much work. This is a scrap lift. I wanted to make it as easy and non-complicated as possible. If Mary gets around to doing hers, I'm sure she'll complicate hers, so you guys will be able to see the two versions of complicated and uncomplicated. But for mine, I just wanted to go easy and simple. And, this isn't one of my favorite layouts that I've done. I like it. I think it turned out fine. I think that it looks similar to Lorelei's original layout, and I think that I did it nice enough that it makes her layout look good too, or makes her idea look good. But it just doesn't, I don't know, I just didn't love it. What can I say? I don't know. So I decided to use this photo of my husband and my son Elliot. I haven't done a layout with Elliot in a while, and the reason being is because he's really hard to photograph right now because he's mobile, so he's walking everywhere, and he's always looking down when he's walking. because he's, just still learning how. So he's very, very difficult to photograph. So this photo I thought was cute because Dad's kind of watching Elliot and Elliot's looking down. So they're kind of both looking in the same direction, and I just thought it was a cute photo. So I did it in black and white because the original photo, they're on really green grass, and I just thought it clashed too much with these soft colors. So I just printed it in black and white. I layered it with some white paper, and then I will add some more layers with the paper from the Little U collection. I didn't, when it came to like embellishing and the layering of the photo and stuff, I didn't really stick too much to Lorelei's original layout. She had like a really cute tab on the side that she had stitched on there, and I really liked that detail, but I had put my sewing machine away at this point and it wasn't coming back out. Also, I wouldn't want to screw up the photograph, so because then I would have to reprint it, and it's just, I'm just lazy, you guys. That's all it comes down to. So I'm going to go through the paper pad and try and find some papers that I think will work with this layout. I'm using, there's like a lion sticker, and then there's a lion piece of ephemera that says like hello little one or something like that. So I decided I want to use a little piece of this lion paper to kind of pull that in again. And because the lion has those little pink rosy cheeks, I wanted to bring in that coral color in a couple other places as well. So I built a little cluster at the top of the page. It's got a little chipboard banner, a little word sticker, and then the lion that's up there is a sticker, but I bump him up on some foam so he's a little bit more dimensional. And then I'll have a couple little clusters down by the photo as well. And I'm fussing with my papers probably more than I should be, but I had originally did not think that I was going to back my photo with any papers, but then I looked at Lorelei's original layout, and she had backed hers with a few different ones, and so I was like, I should probably do that too. So I normally wouldn't put the foam on and then do the layering. I would normally layer up papers and then do the foam, but I wasn't thinking, so it is what it is. So here's where I was like, I should probably have another little pop of that coral color, and so I decided to put the little tab over here on the side, just like Lorelei had hers. And Lorelei's was like, it wasn't a date. I'm stamping the date on mine, and it wasn't a date on hers. I think it was more like what would have been considered the title of her layout, because I don't think there really was a title in that layout, now that I think about it. But yeah, so I just stamped the date on there, and put that on the side just to bring in some of that coral color. I decided that my layers are probably as good as they're going to get, and adhere down my photo. And then I'm going to go back and build my clusters again like I had before. This little piece of paper that I'm sticking there, it was in the ephemera pack in my kit, in my baby album kit, but I don't think it's a piece of the ephemera. It's like a little lined piece of paper, and I don't know where it came from, but I thought it was cute, and so I put it there. Then I put a little chipboard down here and a little tiny word sticker as well. I'm just adding some glue to my chipboard because that's not going to stay. And then I bumped up my little lion up there on some foam and then adhered him down as well. And then I decide that I need like more texture and dimension to these little banners. And so I bring out my little, what's that tool called? The distressing tool, that's it. I bring that out and I'm like, okay, this is too much work than I want to make it, but I'd already done 3 banners, so I felt like I should probably do more to kind of even out the distressing. So I just did it kind of like on one banner on each row. Again, just being lazy. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm done. And then I'm like, oh no, Lorelei has these cute little bows all over hers. And I don't know what punch she's using for her bows, but the punch is adorable. I mean, the bows turned out adorable. They almost look like little origami bows. And I was like, oh, that would be really cute to do origami bows on mine. But I don't know if you guys ever tried to do an origami bow, but those things are freaking tough. That is way more work than I want to put into. So the origami bow went out the window, and I just used my bow punch and called it good. I bumped each one up on a tiny little bit of foam and glued it down, and that will pretty much finish off my layout. So I'll leave all the links below for Lorelei's Instagram and for her blog, and you guys should definitely go check her out. Thank you so much for letting us use your lovely layout, Lorelei. It was beautiful, stunning. Yeah, so I hope you guys join us next month for another Scraplift Saturday, and I will see you then. Have a good day. Bye.